We have 15 new Goblin Maps, and we're going to beat the first 5 here today. What's going on, Clash Bashers? Rocky here today, and the update dropped with new Goblin Maps. Who isn't excited for this? And these Goblin Maps have a recommendation of which Town Hall to beat them at. These first 5 are all Town Hall 13. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to beat these first 5 Goblin Maps that are recommended for Town Hall 13 with a Town Hall 12. So let's go ahead and hop into our first new Goblin Map, Go to Bat. And we're going to beat this one with Town Hall 12 level troops. We got 11 balloons, we got 9 yetis, we got 6 bowlers, we got an ice golem in our clan castle, we have a flame flinger with a couple yetis and barbarians, and then we have 6 bat spells, 5 freezes, and 1 rage. All right, you got all that, guys? And then what we're gonna do on this one is quite simply, we're gonna start over here. We're gonna place in this barbarian to pull out the Teslas here. We're gonna place in this barbarian, pull up the Teslas here. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then finally 1, 2, 3 balloons like so. Okay, just clearing out all these outside buildings, and it's not necessary to get them all, but the more the better, obviously. And then once all of these buildings, or once all the balloons go down, we can go ahead and place in our flame flinger right like so. Perfect, guys, perfect. The flame flinger will go in and target those scatter shots. Now we can come to this other side. We can place in our wall breaker, we can place in 2 yetis, and then place in our ice golem with 2 more yetis, place a yeti right down here, and then we're just going to allow everything to work up the middle, put in the rest of the yetis, the king, the queen, and the warden. And then once everything gets right up the middle here, we're gonna go ahead and place in the bowlers and let it all start working through here. All right, guys, nice. So we're gonna let this all work up the middle. We're gonna go ahead and place a rage right in the middle here. And then one thing you do have to keep an eye on are there are some royal ghost traps around this base. You'll notice a royal ghost is gonna pull right out of here, but that's fine. We got everything we needed out of that. Hit our king's ability, hit the warden ability with that king ability, and just start working through here, guys. All right, we're working through really nicely, and we just want to just be patient here. We're gonna go ahead and start in our bats right on this far side. Make sure those scatter shots are being tanked by something. In this case, we got the queen and that yeti over there. Pop our queen's ability to go ahead and get that last scatter shot down, and then from there we just got to get through these wizard towers and all the Teslas over in this section. And if you freeze right, you should have no problems getting on through here. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and freeze right on through here and just let it start working. All right, freeze, just freeze away, guys. Don't be shy on the freezes. Mostly you don't want to miss those wizard towers. The bats might path awkwardly, that's why I like to just keep those wizard towers frozen. And there we go, we get through there and we'll be rewarded with a 3-star. From there we could place in our cleanup. We could even have used that balloon elsewhere, but we're good from here, guys. That's how we're going to beat the Go to Bat challenge. And the one thing you need to do is just keep an eye on those scatter shots when you place in your bats. Make sure that they're not going to target your bats. If there's something over there tanking, great. If not, you may need to use a freeze there. And this, it works probably 90% of the time. I had pretty good success with it with the Town Hall 12 troops beating Go to Bat. The next Goblin map we're going to go at is called Ring of Power. On this one, we're going to use some balloons initially, into our flame flinger full of Valkyries. Then we're going to use a queen charge into Valks. Here's our spells just for reference. Let's go ahead and start here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we're going to be ready. We want to get this cannon down here inside the base. So let's go ahead and let all this work. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 onto the archer tower. The cannon will go down. The archer tower will go down. But more importantly, we'll pull out the clan castle troops. Once we have those clan castle troops pulled out, we're going to go ahead and move them over here. And then we'll use 2 Valkyries right on top of those headhunters to take them out. Now we can go ahead and start in our flame flinger right about here. We're gonna try to let this flame flinger just work through and get all the way into the middle of this base. We gotta be patient here, but that's okay because it's not timed. We got plenty of time. We can just let this happen. So our flame flinger is gonna work, get through that wizard tower, get through the Teslas, and then we'll start our queen charge, okay? Well, not after the Teslas, but after we get to the scatter shots. We got a lot of work to do here. But the nice thing is when it targets these Teslas, it's going to get a little bit of damage on those scatter shots. But we want to keep an eye on when it gets to this air defense. We want that air defense to go down, and then we're going to use a baby dragon on the base. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind as it's working through here. It should turn over and go to the air defense after that final Tesla goes down right about now. And there we go. Air defense is going to get locked onto. and we could be ready with our baby dragon. Look at that, the scatter shots are taking some damage there. Then we place in our baby dragon right here, and then our flame flicker is going to continue working inside to get those scatter shots down. Now we can start with our queen charge. We're going to go ahead and place our queen in with all of the healers right through there. It doesn't matter if the flinger gets locked onto at this point. We got everything that we want out of it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to rage up our queen just because the eagle's going to shoot and take some damage onto her. We're going to place in our king with 2 Valkyries up top here. Queen's ability is going to get popped. Again, no big deal. We're fine here. We're going to go and place in all of our Valkyries, place in our warden, and just let everything start working up into the middle of the base. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and let the queen catch up here, but we're going to go ahead and rage and pop the warden ability at the same time. We'll pop king ability here and just let these Valkyries start working through the base. We'll rage up again and just let them do some work. They will do massive amounts of damage. We'll freeze the scatter shots through here, and then we'll heal on the back end and throw in our final rage. Look at that, queen's all the way back up to full health, and we are gravy here, guys. It's a little bit tricky to get the timing down on this one, but once you get it down, like, it crushes it. It's a really fun attack, and we don't even have to deal with the lava hound. That's the best part. We don't have to deal with the hound because it's just out there distracted. That's how we're going to beat Ring of Power. Our next map is called Suspicious Gap, and we're not going to worry about that big suspicious gap in there, guys. We're just going to use balloons, rocket loons. We're going to have a log launcher with a couple yetis in it, and we're going to use some lightning spells. We're going to start with our lightning spells, actually. We're going to go ahead and we're going to lightning right on top of this eagle right here just to get all of these weakened up. And then with the lightning, we got to be a little bit more precise. We're going to come in right about here, drop in all of the lightning right like so. Perfect, guys. Now we can go ahead and we can start on the rest of the base. We're going to throw in 2 regular loons. We're going to throw in Electro Dragon, and let them start working through here. And then once they start working a little bit, we're going to go ahead and we're going to send in 1 rocket loon right through. Okay, nice. That's also going to pull out the clan castle, which is actually a good thing. We're going to poison the clan castle, and then we will freeze the clan castle so we can get all the way through them and not have to worry about them anytime later. You see how that works out, guys? Works out real nice. Electro Dragon's just going to continue working, and it's the same thing as that last base. We can be patient here, guys. We don't have to rush things. We're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 loons here. We're going to go with our baby dragon right there. All right, and we can even pull up any red air mines right there, but we're going to go ahead and throw in a rocket loon to finish off this expo, working all the way through there. All right, if you have to use 2, that's okay also. We just want that bow down. Perfect, guys, perfect. Now we're going to start with our queen charge. She's going to work right in through here. We're going to send in the ice golem, the king, the log launcher, and the warden all through there, and then we'll send in the last couple balloons right here. We're just going to allow them to start working in. We're going to go ahead and we're sending rocket loons here momentarily as we start working inside the base here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to send in rocket loons. We'll hit warden ability here just to protect everything as we're working through. This will also allow queen to heal up, but we can also start raging here, and then we can freeze on the back end of this base. Look at that, guys. Perfect. All right. It is going to take a little bit of timing. We can pop our king ability so he can get through the single nice and quickly. That way the single's not going to take him down, but we should have enough to finish this base off. We still have queen ability. We still got yetis out of the clan castle. We got enough to finish this one off. We can go with the minions over here on the clan castle to finish that off. I like to put them in 1, 2 at a time there, and then that way you don't have to worry about them getting taken out by any remaining air traps. But this is how we're going to beat the suspicious gap base, and it's going to vary a little bit sometimes, but this has been pretty decent for me. It's the main thing is getting that lightning down. If you get that lightning down, you're going to be in a nice little spot. We'll pop queen ability just to try to get through the wall, but yeah, the space is done for. Even with that row of ghosts popping up, doesn't matter. Base is down. That's how we beat Suspicious Gap with Town Hall 12 troops. Our next new Goblin map that's recommended for Town Hall 13s that we're going to beat with our Town Hall 12 is Stay on Target. We're going to beat this one using some rocket loons, an electro dragon, some yetis, ice golem, a flame flinger, and in that flame flinger we're going to have a couple yetis. We're going to use some rages, jumps, and freezes. This one's a little bit of a pain. It's got 6 multi-target infernos, 4 scatters, and 2 eagles, but this is how we're going to beat it. We're going to start over here with our electro dragon. We're going to place it right there on that elixir collector, allowing him just to chain through here and get some nice value. We're going to let him work. Remember, these aren't timed, so we don't have to be in a hurry or anything like that. We're going to just let him work through here get some damage up the middle there, and then get this cannon finished off. If he doesn't get that cannon finished, use one of your rocket loons to finish that cannon off. Then we're going to go 2 rocket loons on this archer tower, and then we'll select our flame flinger and throw it on this red building right here. All right, it's going to target the cannon, and now we just wait. Again, we don't have to worry about time here, guys, so we can just be patient and allow everything to work. We're going to let this flame flinger just go ahead and take out as many of these defenses as possible. Ideally, we want it to get all the way to the eagle artillery, okay? So that's our goal with this flame flinger. And while it's working, we can do a little bit of setup work, such as dropping in this baby dragon on this cannon right here, just setting up a little padding there on the far side. But really, again, we don't have to do too much here. We just got to be patient and let everything work through. It's now targeting onto those infernos, and it's a good time to remind you guys, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to leave a like on it, subscribe, and have those notifications on, because tomorrow we'll do those next 5 goblin maps. Also, I released the first Jolly Clashmas challenge, so you guys can go ahead and take a look at that, the guide for that pretty fun little Christmas map tree. All right, we're working, we're still going. Again, we're being patient here, guys. And the nice thing is when it targets a scatter shot right here, it's the fire spirits will actually go over and damage that eagle, and that's what we're hoping for. Okay, now we wanted our electro dragon just to get a chain through here, just to get a little bit of damage on that eagle. That's kind of key here. All right, perfect. Now that that eagle's starting to take damage, we're going to be ready once that eagle goes down. All right, eagle's taking the damage, and once that eagle goes down, we can start the rest of our attack. All right, eagle's going to go down here. Perfect. We can go ahead and throw in our jump spell right here. We can go 1, 2, 3 yetis right here, 2 yetis over here, the 2 ice golems, and then the rest of the yetis, the king, the queen, and the warden, all up the middle here. Perfect. And then we're just going to let this all start working up the middle. We'll go ahead and we'll throw in our first rage spell and let everything go right up through the middle of the base. Ice Golem will pop, but we could also freeze the Eagle Artillery. We could pop our Warden just to preserve that Yeti through there, and then we can rage up again. Notice the Flame Flinger gets some shots on those multi-target Infernos. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and we're going to jump through the back end of this base. We'll hit our King ability, we'll rage up again, and then we'll freeze on these scatter shots. I missed that one bow, but that's fine. No big deal there, because we have plenty of troops working through here. We can use our baby dragon on the far side to clean up. We can use 2 rocket loons here just to help out just a little bit, taking out some of these defenses. Pop through the queen's ability, and we should be able to finish this one off. We got Yetis working through on the backside, and this is all we need to do, guys. Get this base finished off. It is a little bit closer, I will say that. But as long as everything goes well, you should have enough Yetis to tank through here. The biggest thing is just like kind of where your queen goes. But most times the queen will be fine. And if it doesn't work, just try it again. It'll work with this strategy. This is 3 in a row for me now working. I try to test these and make sure that they're going to work as well as possible for you guys. But this is how we're going to stay on target with a Town Hall 12 army. Obviously, if you have Town Hall 13, 14, 15, just throw that in and add in more stuff and just crush it. All right, guys, for our last Town Hall 13 recommended map, I had to go to Town Hall 13. My apologies, guys, but I had to go to Town Hall 13 just because I ran out of time. It happens sometimes. Happens to the best of us. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start on this base right here. We're gonna go ahead and we have a blizzard inside the clan castle, so we got super wizards and barbarians, we got invisibility spells and stuff like that. We're gonna go ahead and start with our golem right through here. We're gonna place in our king right here, and then place in wallbreaker and queen. We're gonna go ahead and throw in our world champion up top here. We're just gonna allow everything to start working in through the middle of this base. We'll pop king ability right there. Perfect. Golem's tanking for the world champion just so she can get a little bit of extra damage throughout the top side of this base. And then once she gets through that multi, we're gonna go ahead and pop her seeking shield and let her work through. Perfect, guys, perfect. Exactly what we're hoping for here. Pop queen ability. She should go over and help out with this bow. And then World Champion does not need to get Eagle. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go 3 loons, right it like so, kind of spread them out a little bit, and then we're going to place in our Battle Blimp. Battle Blimp's going to go for the Eagle area here. We're going to go in Biz, Rage, and Biz. So we're going to go ahead and pop this in. We'll go in Biz, drop it, Rage, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. We got our blizzard working through there. We got our super wizards doing some nice work. Perfect, guys. Exactly what we're hoping for. Now, they're going to pull out a bunch of skeletons here. We're going to go ahead and use an archer to pull those skeletons up top here. That's what the archer's in there for. Literally, the archer's only job is to pull out those skeletons. And then we'll use the baby dragon to take care of them. That simple, guys. That simple. And then we're just going to get ready to work through the rest of the base here. And we do have a considerable amount still up in the base, but we're going to be fine. Let this baby dragon just funnel out and do a little bit of work for you. And then we'll just send everything else in from this far side. All right? So we're going to go ahead and allow that baby dragon just to get as much funneling done as possible. I'm going to place in 3 loons, 1, 2, 3, 1 dragon here, and then we're going to place in the rest of the loons and all but 2 dragons there, and then we're going to go ahead and start working through. We'll freeze this multi-target inferno just so these balloons can survive a little bit longer, okay? Perfect, guys, perfect. Now we want to try to rage and hit the warden ability to get as many of these balloons as possible, just like that. And then we can go ahead and we can send in these 2 dragons from the bottom side right through there. Nice, guys, nice. We'll go ahead and freeze this single target inferno. I guess it was on that 1 dragon anyways, didn't really matter too much, but we just want to work through here and try to save as many of these dragons for the back end as possible, because what you have up might be a little bit different than what I have up, just because we started with a blizzard, and blizzard is a little bit unpredictable there. We're gonna go ahead and freeze here just to make sure this dragon gets the single target inferno down, no problem, and we just have this archer left, which we really don't need the archer. From there, we're just gonna allow all these dragons to work, and this is how we're gonna 3-star this base. It's a little bit tricky, and it depends on your blizzard value, but the reason we want to do this is because there's a tons of skeletons on this map. You see all those gravestones? Check it out, guys. If we put in ground units, we're going to pull out a bunch of skeletons. So that's what we're going to fly over with dragons. And that's our first 5 of the new 15 Goblin Maps, 3-starred, as low Town Hall as I could do. I wanted to get Town Hall 12 for all of them, but we just ran out of time, guys. Make sure you subscribe, have those notifications on. Tomorrow we'll tackle the next 5 Goblin Maps.